Hey, what's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another video. This one is a huge Black Friday haul. Well, at least I'm hoping to, because we're going to hit about maybe 4 or 5 Goodwills, maybe even a Salvation Army, as they are having 50% off sales. Now, Goodwill in our area is 50% off all day on every single item. At least that's what we got the advertisement for. And at the Salvation Army, it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. 50% off. So I think we're going to try to hit the Goodwills first, because for me, my main objective for today is getting more physical media. And I'm kind of filtering out, as the year kind of rounds out, the year of 2023, what I want to keep, what I want to donate, or what I want to trade in and possibly get a credit for. Either way, if you guys are into physical media, in the last week or so, you guys have really been checking out a lot of my Black Friday, Best Buy, online sales, or whatever I'm picking up, as well as another Black Friday video that I have coming in the next couple of days, just to show you my pickups that I did order, mainly online, a couple of in stores, but watch for those videos. Either way, you guys are here for the physical media, and I really do appreciate it. If you guys are into physical media, please, 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 if you guys aren't already, hit that subscribe, hit that big thumbs up to support the channel. It definitely helps out immensely. Either way, I got my coffee, we're ready to go. All right, guys, let's get into the video. All right, so they are open for business. All right, so they usually don't have a good selection here, but we are the first ones in here. So I get my pick-ins. It's usually a lot of DVDs here, but I'm gonna go through, see if I find anything good, and then we'll talk about it after. Yeah, so they literally have nothing except for a couple of Blu-rays that I already own or don't want. This one I wanted, that's not even in there. So, yeah, it's all DVDs, not interested. Next one. So we're hitting all the Goodwills first, and maybe possibly a Salvation Army, a couple boutique shops and whatnot. But it seems like that first one, no one's really here. It seems like there's only a couple people here at 8 a.m. And I'm looking for those blues. That first one was a dud, it was mainly DVDs, but this one has a lot of them. So they're all across here in that back area. Don't see too many Blu-rays. See a lot of DVDs once again today, which is a disappointment, man. I think they must have got all cleaned out. Freaking VHS here. Man, I'm striking out. So this is a small Blu-ray pile that they have. This is all I'm seeing. Or they're, look at that thing, is, oh my god, oh my god. What world are we living in right now? Very common titles people like to donate. Alright, so no videos at that thrift store, but I found a cool Oogie Boogie right here, and then some Christmas stuff that we're going to be hanging up. Alright, so this is a Goodwill Select, which is like more of a boutique shop, but they're also doing the 50% off, and I found a lot of movies here. Fingers crossed, because I've been striking out. Lord. Usually it's both these sections, but now I just see one. I'm striking out. So you got some Blu-rays. Got some common Blu-rays. This one we actually saw in theaters. It was pretty funny. Believe it or not, how much is that? $5? No, that's Laura if she wants me to get that so they watch it again. Ooh. Please tell me that's in there. Okay. It's in there. Don't have that. Been meaning to watch that. Oh, what is this? Looks like an old... Oh, wow. It's a Vinegar Syndrome movie. These are pretty pricey. Common stuff that I have already. What that is. Okay. All right, Flix Talkers, we're at our next Goodwill. This is actually a big location. I'm just kind of going through all of the locations very quick, and I'll show you guys what I picked up at the end. So very lucky to say I did pick up a few Blu-rays of that last one, so let's go inside. We'll see what we can find. All right. What is, never heard of this one. Let me know if that's a good one. I haven't seen that one. Oh, I actually don't have this. I know it's on 4K for like 10 bucks, but I'll get it on Blu-ray. We like watching it now. It's like a tradition. Oh, that's a sealed copy too. Catching Fire coming up next. That's a Big Lots copy. That's funny. All the Men in Blacks, Star Trek, Night at the Museum. Oh my God, so many copies of. Oh, this is all the Night at the Museums. I think I have these ones actually. Or which? Oh wait. Oh, I don't know which one I don't have. I have two of them, but I don't have. I'll have to look it up later, but let's see. 2 copies of The Patriot. That's funny. Oh, this, holy crap. I'm adding this into my collection. 4K for $4, half off too. Can't beat that with a shtick. All right. So we got all of these DVDs. So I'm gonna go through here, show you guys what I got later. Alright, so there's a thrift store over here, and we just missed this 50% off entire store, but I'm gonna see if I can get some 25% off because they do have a lot of movies here. So I've definitely gotten some movies from this guy before, and if I can find some, pick some out, I'll definitely get some more. I just gotta really dig through them because I don't really know what I want. 25% off though. Alright, now believe it or not, but when I got closer to the Blu-rays, it was like the most common titles I've ever seen on planet Earth, so struck out at this one. So here in the back there's a lot of DVDs, which I'm not really too interested in, to be honest, but I mean, I might check them out just to see if we could maybe find something interesting. This is a cool little stuffed toy area right here. I think this is one of the I could be totally wrong, but I think this is either Lord of the Rings or, yeah, I think this is Lord of the Rings. I don't think this is Harry Potter, but if I ever watch those movies, that'd be kind of fun, kind of cute. Look at this. I love these like little plushies. I don't know what they are, or you know, but and they're cute. They're funny. All right, guys. So we just drove by this little thrift shop, and sometimes, you know, these are like the best ones where people are just trying to get rid of their stuff, and they'll let you haggle with them. It does say 50% off, so let's go inside. All right, we're at our next Goodwill. We only got a couple left, guys. So just a heads up, we do this within like a 30-mile radius because California is just nothing but driving. But I wanted to give a shout out to the last gentleman that we went into. I believe it was called Alpine Addict out here in Simi Valley, California. He was so dang nice, and I did pick up some movies from him. And I gotta say, this is like the best deal on physical media I've ever seen. So you guys will check it out in a minute. Don't think we have this on physical, so I'm gonna get that for Laura. She really likes that one. I want to check that one out. Alright, Flix Talkers, and on to our final Goodwill of the day. And this is actually my favorite before we head home. They usually have a big selection of DVDs and a lot of Blu-rays that people have donated. So once again, 50% off of everything. This is a larger one and it seems like they are packed. So it's about 11 a.m. So stores have been open for a little bit. So let's go inside and see what we can find. So there is a line of about 10 people. So I better find something worth picking out. So you guys will see it in a second. All right, taking a break for lunch. All right, guys, so I lied. Forgot about one last Goodwill. So if you guys are enjoying this video so far, if you guys have made it, before I show you guys what I picked up, make sure to hit that big thumbs up, subscribe now, support the channel. So all the Fast and Furious movies, some Big Hero 6.
Dad, this could be a laundry thing.
Let's see, we got some Sherlock Holmes, Spider-Man 3, all the common titles.
This could be for a laundry.
So we got some Ocean's 13, Journey to the Center of the Earth, a lot of common title stuff you'll see here all the time. Always Bridesmaids. Alright, Flix Talkers, and we are back home, and I got a special guest, Mr. Oogie Boogie. Actually, Laura found this at the second thrift store that we went to, and I thought it was so awesome. I'm like, please grab that. We got it for like $7. It is freaking awesome. Don't worry, we sprayed it with Lysol. So he's gonna be my special guest for today. So I'm gonna go over the DVD pickups that I got first and foremost, then Blu-rays, and even a 4K that I found at the thrift store. Once again, 50% off. So let's get into some of my DVD pickups and why I picked them up. All right. So this is one that I've been wanting to get into older movies. I know I haven't been doing my due diligence. I still haven't even checked out an Audrey Hepburn film. Is it Audrey Hepburn or Aubrey?
Audrey.
God damn it. Audrey Hepburn film yet, and I will be watching either My Fair Lady, probably both actually, My Fair Lady and Breakfast at Tiffany's. I do have those both in my collection, as well as another one, I forgot what the name was, but Marilyn Monroe. So I always come across this one. I believe it even has a 4K release, but I don't care. It's on DVD. Some like it hot. Now I actually checked out the synopsis for this one. This one sounds kind of like right up my alley. It sounds a little quirky, but also, you know, you got some gangster stuff in there. So it is 1959. It is a black and white. I'm actually really excited to check out her performance in this one. So some like it hot. You guys let me know. Now, next up on the DVD, I believe they call this it's not a clamshell. It's called, you guys let me know because I always screw this one up. But it is Clash of the Titans, and I forget what it's called. A snap case, I believe, possibly. Clash of the Titans. Either way, this is a movie that when I was, oh my gosh, for some reason, I think either my uncle or, yeah, one of my uncles was always playing this in the background, either on VHS or it was always on TV. Either way, the only part I remember about this film is the Medusa scene and the stop animation. I believe this is still the one with the Medusa, right? Oh yeah, because he has her head's right there in his hands. I don't know if you guys could see that. Probably not. But Medusa is right there. And I remember this was a lot of stop animation and claymation stuff from back in the day. I don't even remember a year for this. This is 1981. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought this was the 70s. It looks very 70s. But yeah, you guys let me know. Clash of the Titans, I will be doing a first time watch for that, as well as Some Like It Hot. Now another one, we're going back in time, and we're starting off with the classics. I didn't even put them in that order. This is one that I always hear people talk about or reference in some comedy movies that I've heard about, because I think the propaganda for this film was just so overly blown out and exaggerated. It is Reefer Madness, though, is what I'm talking about, and it's a 1938 black and white 67-minute movie. I don't even know if it's a full-on movie, if it's like a narrated documentary style film. I don't know what it is, but Reefer Madness, the name always really intrigued me, of like something to obviously fear. And I believe this kind of follows the story of someone that has a marijuana addiction, which I think is contradictory. I don't think you can become addicted to marijuana. I don't think it has, it's not like it's not nicotine, you know what I mean? It's not a cigarette. But back then they didn't know that. I mean, we're almost talking like, you know, almost 100 years ago, of what they thought that could possibly come from marijuana. So I was reading the synopsis. It sounds very, very funny, but I think they're going to do it in more of a satirical, a more serious way. But for us watching nowadays in 2023, we'll probably think that this is satirical. And Reefer Madness, I can't wait to watch that. If it's dumb, I mean, I might watch it for a first time watch. You never know. Now, next up is one that, once again, Black Friday, 50% off at thrift stores, at the Goodwill thrift stores. Some thrift stores were having it like at certain times, like 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Or Salvation Army, I believe, was having theirs only for about 4 hours or so. But either way, the Goodwill that we went to was having it all day, 50% off. And this is one that I grabbed just right when I was in line, because they had, you know, not only on the shelves did they have physical media, but they also had, like, in freaking shopping carts. They just threw a bunch of physical media in there, and so I'm like digging through it while I'm waiting in line, and you know, they're next. You know, people are coughing. You know, people are dying left and right and stuff. So anyways, I'm over there in line trying to pick out stuff, and I see this, and I'm like, you know what? Ellie had me watch a lot of the intros to this one, and I'm talking about Linda Carter's The Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, and this is the first season, and everyone always tells me, go back to the originals, David, go back to the classics. And you know what? I am all fatigued out, you know, superhero fatigued out. But 725 minutes of content right here, guys. And I want to see where it started from. I do like this Wonder Woman character, at least the, even the Gal Gadot one that I initially got introduced to. But people are like, no, you got to go back to this one here. Even though she does make a cameo at the end of that movie, I believe. I think it's that one, or it might be the second movie, 84. Because I have seen some things, you know, on YouTube and whatnot, and this is a 3-disc set, and that's, you know, I want to, you know, even if I just throw it on in the background, I mean, I got it for $1.50, guys, the complete first season right there on DVD. All right, now next up, a lot of people are like, yo, you're watching Van Damme films? I heard you're going to watch some Steven Seagal films, which I am for the channel. You're watching Bruce Lee films, David? What about my guy, Chuck Norris, or Lone Wolf McQuade? All right, so this is one that I always see at the top of people's list to definitely check out. This one, and then is it Missing in Action? I think it's Missing in Action. People always want me to check out as well. You guys let me know. I never watched Walker Texas Ranger or whatever. I think my dad did, actually. But this is a 1983 film, and you guys just let me know. It does seem like a pretty good story. Oh, it does star David Carradine. That's what I was reading. David Carradine right there from Kung Fu. Kill Bill, man. Well, more notably for me, at least. That's my generation of when I was introduced to him. But you guys let me know. Actually, he's in a bunch of like little cameos of other things, too, that I've seen along the way. You guys let me know. Lone Wolf McQuade, is that a good one to check out for the channel? Now, next up, I know it's on Blu-ray, but I've never found it on Blu-ray for cheap. It's actually up on Blu-ray right now for like $22, and it will not go down in price. It is one of my 2000s, early 2000s nostalgia. I gotta find out the exact date of it. I'm really not sure. I can't see it. Oh, it is 2000. The year 2000. All right. Remember that song? In the year 2000. Wasn't that like a bit on Conan or something? But anyways, it is Road Trip. All right. Now, I see this all the time at thrift stores. I know people are giving it up. The regular version, the rated R version, and then the unrated version. This is by far one of the best road comedy movies of all time. There's plenty out there. Trust me, there's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. There, Due Date. Like, there's I'm trying to think of like so many other Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Like, there's so many that go from point A to point B, driving across the country. You know, I know you guys know more than me, obviously the older ones, but this one is so damn funny. I don't know if I've even seen the unrated version, but for some reason this is $22, $23 on Blu-ray still. Can it go down in price because I want a better quality on this one? I think this is hilarious, especially if you like the American Pie movies. Definitely check out Road Trip today if you guys have not seen it. I'm not saying it's a great movie. I'm saying it's a silly, slapsticky stoner comedy. That's what it is. Now, next up, from Mel Brooks. Love Mel Brooks, man. I mean, come on. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs. We're talking about the producers. And this one I've always heard about, mainly because it gets compared to one of my favorite Spike Lee films, Bamboozled. where, you know, I mean, you know, you guys know the story if you guys know this, producers, that they want to, they find out that they can make more money, I believe what it is, by flopping a play that they put on, rather than I guess making it successful. And then I think it ends up going successful, it becomes successful, like a smash hit. That's what happens in Bamboozled as well, but just like in a more darker, modern, satirical way, obviously. This is from 1968 though. I love Gene Wilder. Who else? The other man, Zero Mostel. This guy's name is Zero? I've literally never known of a person named Zero, unless it was like some kind of tagger sign or something like that. But you know what? We're here. Mel Brooks, man. The producers, you guys let me know if it's a good one. I know it's a good one. I heard so many good things about it. All right, now next up was a weird one, but I just picked it up because this little boutique shop that we went to was awesome. Little mom and pop. Amazing. You could tell it was family owned. The guy behind the counter was, you know, pushing his late 70s, maybe even early 80s. Sweetheart, man. He was so nice to us. He even told us about other thrift stores in the area because we weren't from the area. But either way, what they were doing, 5 DVDs for $1. And it wasn't even the Black Friday sale. He said that's what we always do. I said, oh my God, dude, you're like a godsend. Even if it's just DVDs. Right? But I noticed that this thrift store had a lot more TV or just obscure, like comedy specials and stuff like that, than they did actual movies on the DVD. So that being said, I had to pick it up. The complete season 1 of Hoarders. There's something about this that it just blows, it fascinates me. Or like the what are those things like on I believe it's on, or TLC, where it's like My Strange Addiction? Those ones are so crazy to me. Intervention, I grew up on those shows. That was like the birth of our reality TV. I know reality TV is like the biggest thing right now, but it's an A&E. It's a 2-disc, and once again, Hoarders. I know it's hard to watch sometimes, but it just fascinates me. Like, these kind of people fascinate me. Okay, so that being said, I had to grab this, man, and just. Once again, what is that, like 15 cents that it comes out to? 5 for $1? Now, next up, I actually had 4 movies, and this guy's like, you gotta get 5 to make it $1. And I was like, oh crap. So I was going actually to another comedy special, and I'm like, no, let me go. Let me keep looking. And I grabbed this one because I actually have another Ernest P. World. Is that what his character's name is? Ernest P. World, I think it is. It's Jim Varney, rest in peace. Who was like the original Jim Carrey. The original. And I love Jim Carrey. But I think Jim Carrey definitely got a lot of inspiration from this character here. I don't know when his heyday was. Probably 80s, I'm guessing. I don't know if he was around in the 70s. But it's Ernest Scared Stupid. So I have the Ernest Goes to Camp, I think it is, or Ernest Goes to Summer Camp, which I have not seen. But I definitely plan to watch this, hopefully before the next Halloween cycle, hits in October. I don't remember seeing this, but I'm just like looking at some of these character faces, and it's just like, he would do a lot of just different characters. And I'm a big fan of, like, Chappelle Show, or like where these variety shows in living color, like SNL, where they do a lot of these, slapsticky characters and whatnot. Now, next up and last on the DVD front, which was also from that same store, is a stand-up. It's called Standing Up by Brian Regan. Now, this guy is, to me, is super funny in the PG comedy genre. Now, the reason why I say that is because actually, I have not seen this one, but the one that he always used to show on Comedy Central, and I think I saw another one, he doesn't cuss. He doesn't curse at all. It's just more stupid humor. Like, think of Dumb and Dumber, like in a stand-up form. This is kind of what it is. He does a lot of the, he mimics a lot of characters, or like a lot of impersonations and stuff. I always remember the hooked on phonics work for me. Hook it on phonics. That shit is hilarious, dude. And you can't do jokes like that nowadays. Speech impediments, or like, making fun of people's IQ. You can't do that stuff nowadays. And this is like perfect for the Comedy Central era. And I love Brian Regan. He's still doing his thing right now. Definitely check him out if you guys can. That's it for all the DVDs, guys. So there's my stack of DVDs there. Got to clean it up because I could already feel the grime on my fingers. Now, next up are the Blu-rays, and one 4K. So first on the Blu-ray, believe it or not, so we saw this on Streamer. I'd seen it before. Laura had not seen it, but it became a holiday favorite for her. So we're going to watch this every December. It is Will Ferrell and Elf. I did not have this in my collection. I know it went on sale this Black Friday for $10, I believe, on 4K. But I didn't know how many times I was going to be watching it, and I'm like, okay, so $4, so it came out to $2, and I always think it's so funny, the original, Walmart stickers, and that's the bargain price. That's the bargain price, $8 in the Walmart, and it was sealed. So, why not? So, it is Elf. You guys know what Elf is, Will Ferrell. Come on, you guys know what it is. Next up was a complete blind buy, but I liked all the stuff that I saw on the actual packaging. Unrated version, I love that. From the producers of Taken, I love that. I saw director of The Fifth Element, love that. So I'm like, okay, Lockout. Let's check out what Lockout's about. I don't even know this guy really. It says Guy Pearce from Prometheus. I don't recognize his face, to be honest. But the story did seem very, very interesting. It has the girl from Taken, and then I don't know anybody else, but it seemed very, very futuristic. I think it even says Die Hard meets Blade Runner. So it seems very cool. I mean, it has a slipcover. This came out as well to $2. So most of these came out to $2 or $1.50, just a heads up in case you guys are wondering. Now, next up is a movie that we have seen so much. Laura introduced me to this, and some reason, these 90s, I believe this is 90s. 90s, oh no, I'm sorry, this is 2001. But sometimes these late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s movies that are considered girly movies, like a Mean Girls or whatever, or a Clueless, they resonate with me. I don't know. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's the times that they were in. I'm talking about Legally Blonde. We didn't have this in our collection, and we were trying to figure out if we had it in the collection. And if we did, it was on DVD for sure, but didn't have it on Blu-ray. And I like this one. I think this is one of Reese Witherspoon's most memorable character. I will say this, most memorable character. I think I've seen her in a lot of great performances, but memorable is definitely her character of, I forget her name too. What's her name in this? It's like a really kind of a funny name. Elle Woods. Elle Woods. Okay, not too funny, but you know what I'm saying. So 2001's Legally Blonde. I don't know if we've caught I think we actually did see the sequel, and I think they're working on a third one right now. So yeah, let's see. All right, now next up, we're just because I wanted to make that 5 for $1 deal, and actually they were Blu-rays, but the guy gave them to me for a DVD price. And 2 stand-up comedies, both of them by Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy. So let me know if you guys are Fluffy fans. I've never seen a full special, believe it or not. Never seen a full special, but the clips that I always see circulating on YouTube and whatnot, they're pretty funny. I know he's more of a storyteller guy, and but the stories are really funny. I don't know, and his impersonations are really funny as well. I know he has a huge fan base, and these have slipcovers, dude. Like really good slipcovers. I believe this is live from Hawaii. And this is live in El Paso, Texas. So that's pretty funny. So aloha, Fluffy. This one's I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. So there you go. I know that was the whole thing. I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. And believe it or not, oh my God. And this is in very, very good pristine condition, a 4K of The Lost City. Now we watched this on streamer, and we really enjoyed it. I actually very, very much enjoyed it. Even though, when I saw the trailer, I was like, I'm not going to enjoy this shit. But for whatever reason, we watched it. We really, 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 really liked it. We were actually pretty surprised by it. I love the characters of Daniel Radcliffe, the cameo by Brad Pitt, and I thought Sandra Bullock was super funny in this movie. Channing Tatum is kind of hit or miss for me. He really is kind of hit or miss for me, but I think he did okay in this role. The story itself was probably the dumbest part, but I like these adventure type movies, especially when they're comedy and stuff like that. And a 4K from something so recent, 2022, for $2, I believe. Yeah, $2. $2, and there's not a scratch on this dang slipcase. I love it. I'm so happy. All right, now next up is actually a double that I bought because I did not scan. So a lot of these movies in the back, I have not scanned them into my catalog app that I have on my phone that kind of lets me know what I already have. So 100 of them or so are not accounted for, and I was like, oh my God, do I have this one? I kind of think I do, but I wasn't sure. It is Jurassic World. Now this is sealed, and I actually do like this one. I favor this one over the sequel that came out, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people just don't like this that they rebooted this, and I totally understand that. Trust me, I have the 4K of the original Jurassic Park, and that one is like timeless. I understand that, that's timeless. But this one I thought was a pretty good job. I never thought that Chris Pratt was the strongest in this movie. I like Bryce Dallas Howard's character, but I looked on my shelf right there, and I actually do have it with the slipcover. So I'm like, oh god, okay, whatever. I mean, I could either. Actually, I don't know if they let me return these. Either way, maybe I could just give it to... I usually give these to my dad because he's a collector, or I give it to my sister because she's a collector, and they don't ever, go out as often as I do. So yeah. But next up is one that I actually did not know anything about. I looked in the back and I was like, it says Vinegar Syndrome. So I scanned it and it came up like $32. So it is The Children. You guys let me know. This came out to, once again, like $2.50. I cannot believe it, on a half-off deal at a Goodwill. You guys let me know. I think this is just about, killer zombie children or something, or whatever. I don't know. I think might have seen a trailer. I think Jason might have shown me a trailer. He's into stuff like this. Oh, it does say Trauma. I just noticed that. Trauma. That is so funny. So 1980. I actually might watch this like right now. I don't know if I'm going to do reaction for it. You know what I mean? Like, lesser known projects like a lot of people have not seen. But you guys let me know. Have you seen The Children? Either way, like the covers on the inside look super. Like, look at this. Like, this is really, really cool. I like the DVD artwork more than I like the actual artwork here on the main cover here on the Blu-rays. And look at that cover. I like that a lot. It's very retro, and it's one of these double-sided, slip covers. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not slips, but the artwork, that's really cool. Actually, I guess I could turn it inside out if I wanted to. Yeah, I probably will, because this one I actually prefer. Yeah, like that. Those bright colors I prefer over that. So that's just me personally. But that's cool. I just barely noticed that it had that on the inside there. But you guys have let me know if you guys have seen The Children from, I believe it's 1980. Even though this looks like it's from the early 70s, just based on the quality of some of the thumbnails and whatnot. But yeah, next one is a big one because I've heard a lot of people ask if I might have this on DVD too. I'm not really sure. I have so many. Guys, I have too many movies. I have movies underneath like my bed and stuff, like in a cardboard box. You know what I mean? But either way, this will be an upgrade. I didn't know it was a Ridley Scott film, but it is early Tom Cruise in Legend. All right, this is the Ultimate Edition. Now, I don't know anything about this movie. I always see this devil. Is this Tim Curry? Because someone told me that he played. Yes, it is. It says Lord of Darkness, Tim Curry. Because someone, when we were watching Rocky Horror Picture Show, I was like, man, this is an iconic character, and so is Pennywise from It, the 90s version that I grew up on, the TV movie, and someone left in the comments, they're like, don't forget about his portrayal in Legend, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. So you guys let me know, have you seen Legend? Is it a good, I think it's just a fantasy movie. It says the Ultimate Edition includes director's cut and theatrical version. That's another thing I wanted to ask you guys. Of this movie, Legend, should I watch the director's cut or the theatrical version? A lot of you guys have been getting upset that I've been watching director's cuts only, and I totally understand that, especially when it comes to like the Superman movies and whatnot. You guys let me know, please, in the comments below, and why I should be watching each version. All right, now next one. Actually, that's the last one that we have for this, for my haul. And it was a dumb buy, but you know what? Everything is so cheap today at $2.50 for Blu-rays. I didn't have it in my collection, but we actually saw this when we went down to San Diego. It was the day it was raining, and we were just like on vacation, but it was raining, so we wanted to go indoors. We went to the cinema, and they were playing this. And it is The Intruder. We didn't know what it was about. Laura likes, what's his name, Dennis Quaid. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I know Megan Good. I don't know the other guy that well, Michael Ealy. I think I've seen him in a couple other movies, like as a co-star or whatever, or cameo. We love these type of movies. I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm not saying it's a good movie, okay? But if you guys are into like creepy neighbor, this is Intruder, creepy neighbor, home invasion, just stalker type movies, definitely check out The Intruder. I think it's something that, older Dennis Quaid fans could appreciate, because when you get older, like a Clint Eastwood. I'm not saying he's as old as Clint Eastwood, but I'm saying sometimes they don't believe the roles that they're in as older actors. And this one was a total believable. Like, I could see someone living like next door maybe not to me, but you hear it on the news or something of someone going a little psycho. But I liked it. I liked it for what it was. I liked the couple dynamic between Megan Good and Michael Ealy. Yeah, you guys let me know if you guys have seen that one. Once again, it's not a fantastic movie, but for $250, I mean, shit. I'll add it to the collection. And that is my pickup, guys. My haul. Man, see if I can pick them all up for the thumbnail. Let's see if we can get a good thumbnail pick, guys. With Mr. Oogie Boogie right there in the back. Thank you guys so much for checking out another big haul video. This one's for Black Friday 2023. You guys let me know. Did you go out to any thrift stores? Did you guys go out to any Best Buys? Did you guys go out to any Targets or Walmart or anywhere? I'm hearing a lot of bad things. I'm hearing that Target and Walmart weren't even having any deals this year. You guys saw my Best Buy video. If you guys didn't, I'll leave the link in the description below. That was really picked over, or there wasn't really much of a selection. I'll be honest. I think Amazon and just even Best Buy, like online, have been taking these Black Friday orders directly from the consumer, and they're just like, why even put them out on the floor anymore? You know, they're already phasing out of Best Buy. I think by early next year, it's going to be a thing of the past. I do think personally that they will have their exclusive steelbooks. It's going to be an online order only thing, possibly. But if you guys did see my Best Buy Black Friday video recently, I did show that like Equalizer 3 steelbook was like $38. Like, who's gonna be paying for this? You know, like it's too much for physical media. Like, I remember when, you know, I mean, that this stuff was a couple of dollars less at least. I mean, steelbooks were going for $30. You know what I mean? And the 4Ks themselves were like $25, $26, and Blu-rays were like $19, $20. Now Blu-rays are still hovering above $25, and it's like, what the hell? Like, you know, like, if this is supposedly dying, why are they so expensive? I don't get that. I don't get that. Maybe if you guys have a little more insight than me. I mean, I love collecting physical media for numbers X, Y, you know, Z. I have so many points on why I collect physical media. We won't get into it today. That's for a whole nother video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that big thumbs up. If you guys do want to support the channel, consider subscribing today if you guys are movie collectors, because I do vlogs like this all the time. I'm going to start doing more in the new year because you guys do seem to like them. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to share, comment on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.